Hi, we're live. Jeng-Chyang at Rajabhat University Research Corporation. We're live. I'm showing you the joggers out. Today is Saturday morning. We're going live because a little bit early because we're still feeling the aftermath of Hurricane Helena. So stay with us for updates. We're the latest updates I have, according to the latest report, Duke may be able to provide us an estimate of restoring power to the transmission lines by Saturday, late in the day, the company added. And they're still, as far as I know, have three substations online out of 34. That's why, if you notice, on the right side of College Avenue, they have no power, and Central, Main Street has no power. Here, it seems like the right side only has power. The left side only has power from College Avenue going down to 93. But this intersection, Tiger Boulevard is 123, 133 intersection, College Avenue is at the 123 end of it, and 93 is the same. But it's running on three substations out of 34. That's right. We're still open for business or interferences besides this spot and Lyon Park University Research Corporation. And we are just hoping our community, everybody stays safe and keep uh, checking the social media updates for you need. But that's it as far as 90% of the customers don't have power. Stay with us. We're here. Um, Thank you for sponsoring us. We really appreciate all of our announcements, uh, donated sponsors that allow us to be with you every week at 9 to 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. G20 Nation, uninsured stroke survivors. Thank you very much for all of your support. And it still looks cloudy. Oh, there's new energy. We must be taking a break on the substation. It looks like a line is screwed over. They can't do anything without the transmission line. There's our hero, Deep Energy, is we'll see a lot of subcontractors in the energy department like five Blue Ridge Electric Co-op. 90% of us live without power. And they're the ones that are important right now. That's why everybody is stay stable. Especially on 122 and 93, there's some red lights still not working, so drive safely. And all the sub traffic divisions, all the oh, there's more of them. But the secondary road is a mess. It looks like a bomb went off, nuclear bomb. That's scary. Being located in Coney County, Pickens County, and Anderson County. Those three counties. Be safe wherever you are. Thank you again to our sponsors for supporting the G20 nation uninsured stroke survivors. Thank you very much. Especially remember that the Duke Energy, Blue Ridge Electric, the electrical subdivision of the Catholic economy, they just have operate on 200 hours, that 200 employees that's working for 7 counties in our state. So they're working 24 hours a day. If, if we didn't have this couple of hundred workers, we would be in this position for the unforeseen future. And they're working on the two communication lines. So I will keep this going to 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just check back, wash the windows for the transmission lines, electric company. Thank you very much. Uh, Another update: if a member is without power and suffers from a life-threatening medical condition requires requiring electricity, we urge, I don't know who we urge them to find alternate accommodation if at all possible and call 911 in the event of a medical emergency. I'll let you translate that into several languages: Japanese, Chinese, and Thai. Definitely Spanish and Russian. Illinois leads deadly path of destruction across South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. In Florida, I would imagine. South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida. Tennessee, I haven't got any reports. I will pass it along to you as soon as I have reports. But here's where you get all your updates on your social media. If you're a follower of YouTube, and that's right. Uh, Please like and subscribe. I know people are scared of pushing buttons on the computer at this point in time that up are you just click like and then click subscribe. You must click both of those for you to be considered an important person that YouTube algorithm. And we'll see how long. Yesterday cut us off about almost 15 minutes in broadcast. That storm was from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. 7:30 or 7:15 we're off the air, but we were still open. The power still flowing. Yeah, I'm still looking for my ET emojis. Found the praying hand emoji yesterday. Looks like maybe I don't find them today. There are thousands of emojis. Just have to go through to find the appropriate one. Looks like none, so I will hit the like 3 times. The heart 3 times. Update. As of Saturday morning, approximately a million customers are still without power in the upstate. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, but I'm happy for Patty. Yeah, we're on track. We'll think properly. Good. My favorite stuff, like five. Oh, that's AT&T infrastructure communications. That's a good sign. Yeah, I found my communications box open during the storm yesterday. I closed it, but there we all together have to go out and make sure it's closed. I should do that now. Excuse me. I'm gonna go out and make sure the communication box is closed to the building. I'll be right back. Yeah, the police department hasn't arrived yet for the game. It's still going on at 7 o'clock this evening on ESPN. And the police department, when they're not here yet. Soon they will be. And the communications uh, box is closed again. And uh, uh, communication is still there. And mode of transportation is still there. Or that coffee smells. Those tight subcontractors, tight electricity, everything. Our neighbor got in along that much big on the side of the grid, the left side. keep walking around the building. Everything up and running. Yeah, this is like living through 4 years of the pandemic starting in 2020, and it's still 24. The Hurricane Helene is reminding us that you never know. It's a little bit different. The traffic is back to normal. Yesterday is abnormal. There's 100,000 people in town for the game, ESPN, and they have no place to eat. I think in Central they say Waffle House and Walmart is the only place. In Clinton, it's Starbucks is still not open. Walgreens, the pharmacy where people get their medicines, still not open. As far as I can tell, I'm the only one open. The Clinton fans, you can still get your orange t-shirt. They've been here since 7:30 in the morning. Joe's, Joe's Pizza of New York and Central is closed for sure, and that gas station was closed yesterday. Central is like a ghost town. Everything is closed. Clinton is like halfway, and Tigerama looks like it was totally destroyed last night. I went go back and they are putting a plane up together. I don't know what they're doing. They're salvage. travel almost start painting. But there's 100,000 people in town for the homecoming. And the difference is people walking on the street is different than the pandemic. Pandemic, there was no traffic whatsoever. Only things that were open was essential uh, restaurants open because of essential business. Non-essential business was all closed at the beginning of working at home. And really left hell destruction across Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. But the drivers are out and the walking to the game is the reason that you can walk. The traffic is like you can imagine. Those 100,000 people is one person to one car. That's American individualism.
Live, local, breaking news. This is WYFM News 4 today.
So we ask everybody to have patience.
The end of the rain is not the end of the threat.
Governors of the Carolinas urging people to remain cautious and patient after Hurricane Helene.
This is the worst of the worst. These are the instances where people are trapped by the trees and unfortunately aren't able to speak about it.
The devastating impacts felt across a more than 1,100-mile stretch of the U.S. At least 40 people are dead, with that number likely to grow.
Waking up to the sound of rebuilding as debris continues to make travel difficult.
Some even trapped in their neighborhoods by the storm, and most remain without power under a state of emergency.
And we continue to track the local impacts here, and when we finally see some relief, we'll have some more details on that coming up.
And from surviving the storm to navigating the damage, we have live team coverage this Saturday morning from the upstate and from our weather center as well.
We want to start first with meteorologist Sydney Sullivan in Sydney. The weather may not be an issue for those without power and for those crews working on repairs. Yeah, I have to say the good news is we're trying things out. One of the biggest phrases that I like to live by is days follow the storm. And that is exactly true. We saw the sunshine yesterday, and it did allow for some minor cleanup to take place. Now today, still going to deal with a few spotty showers, but mainly dry conditions. So if we're trying to clean up the aftermath of Helene, I will anticipate most of today is looking good to go. Take a look at the last 48 hours. In fact, some of our legend isn't even picking up on some of this activity that we saw over the last 48 hours because this amount of rainfall in that time frame, especially for our rivers. We have the French Broad, the Swananoa, both of those reached record amounts of flooding. In addition to that, the Reedy River, parts of the Reedy River also reached record amounts of flooding. In addition to that, we were tracking the Saluda River, not necessarily record amounts, but still significant amount of rainfall. Now, Griffin Hardy made this last night. I will say we're still getting a lot of rainfall totals in. It's a little bit of a slow process, as many of us are dealing with aftermath of Helene. But take a look at just some of the rainfall totals that we did see. The Asheville Airport, over 11 inches, close to a foot of rainfall. Similar right towards downtown Asheville. Rosman, 14 and a half or greater amounts of rainfall, and Lake Jocassee about 13 to 14 inches. So we're talking significant amounts of rainfall in a short period of time. Now we are drying things out as of right now. With the aftermath of Helene, there's still a few lingering showers that are possible across the region today, but for the most part, mainly dry. Now we lost a lot of our local observations. That's why we're not seeing some of those across the region, but we are seeing mainly in the low to mid 60s. Now, over the next 12 hours, you can expect a mix of sun and clouds, more clouds than anything, but a lot of dry time. Small chance for a spotty shower or two, but for the most part, quiet conditions as we finally move on into the weekend after quite the storm system yesterday. Coming up, I'll have a closer look at your weekend forecast. Destiny and Aaron. All right, Sydney, thank you. Helene left a path of destruction across the southeast. The storm brought flash floods, mudslides, and tornadoes.
The death toll from Helene continues to rise. So far, 42 deaths are being reported across several states. And officials have confirmed that 19 of those deaths are in South Carolina. 5 have been reported in Spartanburg County, 4 in Greenville, and 4 in Aiken County.
In Anderson, Newberry, and Saluda counties also 2 storm-related deaths.
As we begin to clean up from the storm, a big question a lot of people have, given this morning it being dark power-wise, is when is that power going to come back? We do have an update this morning.
That's right, from Duke Energy about the power outages and the restoration efforts. They're actually saying that at the worst of the storm, 1.7 million customers in the Carolinas were without power. Right now, that number is down to a little more than 1.1 million. Duke Energy says crews from 19 states in Canada were the about
customers
11,000
in the
workers around
Carolinas
make
without
repairs.
power.
So let's take a
Now
look at the
it's
outages in the
1.1
upstate
million.
right now as of 7:05. The two
Greenville
counties with the most
County,
outages are Greenville County and Spartanburg
230,000.
County. In Greenville County, more than
Spartanburg County,
230,000
151,000.
energy customers are without power right now. In Spartanburg, more than
According
150,000
to
without
Duke
power.
Energy.
Duke Energy has not given an estimated time of restoration.
All right, and speaking of
No time
outages, something that our
Hey.
Peyton Furtado has been monitoring throughout Greenville County
Restore.
are
No
those
time.
down trees, which also cause the outages, in addition to the saturation of the ground causing the trees to stay tumbled over.
Yeah, that's a big thing our weather team has talked about throughout this is oftentimes you can tell when the grounds are saturated because the roots just come right out. And
Yeah.
we've seen that in a lot of these live shots from our reporters. And Peyton Furtado joins us now from Greenville County. Peyton, what are you seeing out there this morning?
It's not what I'm seeing, Aaron. It's really what I'm hearing, what you're probably hearing as well on my microphone. Let's take a look. A lot of the infrastructure around town doesn't know whether to turn on or to stop working. We've got this railroad crossing. This is on a Barclay Street coming out of downtown Greenville. It's been maybe 10, 15 minutes at this point. We don't know exactly how long because we haven't. People are ignoring it at this point, driving over the train tracks as the railroad lines are on, and that's dangerous because it's kind of like a boy cried wolf situation. We don't exactly know if the train is coming or if they're using this for folks to be cautious over here or if it's just not working properly. If we take a look a little bit over to the left over here, we can see some of these traffic lights, or what used to be traffic lights. It's not lighting up right now because they're not working. We're seeing some power outages across the region, a lot of them affecting your drive wherever you're headed today. Just keep that in mind. Treat these stoplights like a four-way stop. If you're stopped here, make sure you're only going whenever it's your turn. Take turns. Be patient. Make sure you're not blowing through those stoplights because you never know which one's just moving over the corner. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Thankfully, the lights, well, some of the lights, but the sunrise is coming up right now, so that should be able to help you if you do need to get out and about. We've got some more people, a Verizon truck crossing over. We've had some outages around the region, especially over in Western North Carolina. I know I tried to call some friends and loved ones over in Asheville this morning and last night. Still haven't been able to get up with them. A lot of folks crossing over these train tracks. Just remember to stay safe, be aware of your surroundings. We're going to bring you updated information as it becomes available. But for now, live in Greenville County, I'm Peyton Furtado for WYF Back News 4.
All right, Peyton, thank you so much. This is something we talked about as we came in this morning. Just interesting to see which lights are back on. I mean, a lot of them are still on. It just underscores the fact that when you get to that light, you need to stop and make sure no cars are coming, take your turn, and give yourself some extra time. If you do absolutely have to go somewhere this morning, we've been recommending if you can, stay at home.
Yeah, great tidbits there. Something that we also want to mention as people are waking up this morning and picking up the pieces from the devastation from Helene, something that you may have noticed yesterday is how heavy those winds picked up, particularly in Anderson County, where Isabel Mark is joining us live from. Isabel, at one point, we're told from our weather team here that the mile per hour winds were 70, which is 4 miles per hour short of hurricane level. So describe what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, Destiny, seeing a lot of overturned trees, toppled over trees, uprooted roots, lots of debris from trees, basically just a lot of destruction, from that wind, that soil. That combined leads to just this. Honestly, this kind of speaks for itself here, all this destruction here. And it's starting to get a little bit lighter. We have these power outages, so we couldn't see much earlier this morning, but now as the light starts to come out, you can just see the level of destruction here. We are on Boulevard and East Highland. I know because you can see that sign that's been toppled, or the trees that have toppled over onto that sign. You can still see what road this is. It's also toppled over on us some power lines here, so that's why this road is currently blocked off, because some of the trees might have been cleared, but the power lines themselves, they're hanging right down on the road here, and that's why we've been telling people, they've been coming up pretty close. They're like, why can't we cross over? We're like, well, there's the power lines on the ground, so it's best that you just avoid the area. And if you guys are on your morning commute anywhere, keep an eye out for stuff like this, because this is not the only case of this here in Anderson County, and probably over other parts of the upstate. We'll continue to keep you updated as we find out more information about, those power outages, other destruction here in Anderson County. But for now, live in Anderson, I'm Isabel Moore for WIFAC News 4.
Isabel, thank you. And as you've seen from Isabel and Peyton this morning, it's clear the cleanup for this storm is only just beginning on this Saturday morning. As we learn more from emergency officials while they assess the damage across the Carolinas and Georgia, we bring you those updates on air.
We will, of course, keep you informed on WYFF4.com and on our WYF4 mobile app. Yeah, if you are dealing with the cleanup from Helene, the good news is much drier conditions are starting to move on into our area this weekend. Coming up, I'll have a closer look at how long the dry weather will stick around and where temperatures go from here.
Pulte customers buying select quick-moving homes have access to financing with lower interest rates through its affiliate, Pulte Mortgage, so you don't have to wait for the market to change to move. Your dream home. Visit Pulte.com or your nearest community for your local office.
Yeah, AT&T's retail truck just go by. That stuff out. Man, the pandemic was totally opposite of this. The police department has to keep track of these 100,000 people that are in town. That's what I said. They got a couple hundred people dealing with the electricity. We had an update that 1.7 million people were out of power yesterday. And this morning, 1.1, and they have no date for rest. So, no. I'll keep it posted as long as I can. But the off at 9:15 p.m. as usual. Thank you for supporting the channel, Rajabhat Research, G20 Nation, Uninsured Stroke Survivors. Thank you. the difference in between the 2000 pandemic and the pandemic is like a ghost town. There's no people. Other than that massive public space, except for the restaurant people. The difference between this event is they're trying to manage 100,000 people in the game in the town for football day. Stanford University. But they just got a couple of people restoring power, a couple hundred people restoring power. And I'm afraid to say the number of people to keep it development to be chaos. So far, the traffic is moving. That's good. But again, remember the game is at 7 p.m. tonight. A long way off to still 100,000 hungry people that eat gas and electric. That's the difference between pandemic then and now. September 28, 2024. Good morning, Ron. How are you and your family? You guys, oh, doing safe.
Yeah, do you need cash or you able to take a card?
I can take the card. We're up and running, and we've been up and running this whole event.
Oh, wow.
Yep, yep. And it's different than the pandemic where there was no people. And this pandemic is 100,000 people in town,
Yeah.
and they're all hungry and looking for gas. Oh, it's a mess.
Just trouble finding gas.
Yeah,
All right.
your therapist be right with you. Here's the first tailgate. I think the first tailgate in town, at Orange Street. Thank you very much. To keep see you next